Hello, welcome back. I looped everything in, so now it's playing without me interfering. And welcome. Let's show around. We are again practicing IFR approaches and familiarizing myself with a new area. We will also train engine failures. It should be fun. I trust Toronto for today. We are live weather, live time, and it looks pretty good. Very nice to see you all here. Hey hoverboard, I saw you earlier. The wild hoverboard appeared, the kinger, at least I assume this is you. I had a laugh. I even managed to do a screenshot, so very nice for you to come in. I'm glad your yoke is working back. That's really nice. Okay, hope everything's working. I'll play a bit more and then we'll get back to flying and clean up the gear. I think that's enough. Let me try to clean up the bass and the guitar. I again need to switch off everything and move my chair to the flying position. There it goes, the doctor is in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are flying today in the Toronto area. I want to familiarize myself, so hopefully I will be able to catch Nomad Aviator when he's controlling this area, but I'll also familiarize myself with the Boston area. However, it looks a bit more scary because, well, it is dense, not gonna lie. So that's the plan for the near and fun future. Get familiar with these two areas so that I can fly with you. Let's start with the shoutouts. I need to improve my shoutout game. Everything is really great at this, and it's so cool that the flight sim community just appreciates all other streamers, and self-promoting is just very welcome here. I really love this, and it's fun being part of this. So let's see if it works. This worked. We didn't get the other shoutout, or did you get it? There we go, there's the other shoutout. I tried to configure it so that you get the link and the shoutout from stream, but somehow this didn't work now. I'll figure out later. So that's PhD Pump, our nice control in the Boston area. I believe you're still training. I mean, you're always training, but I still believe you have a long way to go. But be sure I will be playing there one day. So let me stop the guitar, get the chills, and I'll show you what we'll be doing. I'm minor field S2. Okay, so we're in the middle S, right? There's S1, S2, and 3. Right now I'm training for our only major field, KBOS, Boston. It's a big one. The only major, well, that's an understatement. It is a huge one. All right. I'm doing now, I had to turn down the volume on the guitars, mute the guitar input. Now I can turn off the amp. Otherwise you would hear a loud noise when I was switching it off. And I disconnected all of my effects, so I have a looper, and actually not much today, I just have a looper and a phaser for the guitar. So whenever you hear on the guitar doing this weird pitch changes, that's the phaser. HD plus lurking, that's fine, have a good one. Okay, let's kick off the music. I changed the music a bit because I I feel I know most of the songs from the previous playlist, so we're playing something slightly different today. There we go. Should be enough for you. Think. Oh, we'll check out the violins in a moment. It seems to be fine at the moment. Hola, Studio Dylan. Hey, welcome. Very nice to see you. We are just touching up. I put down the guitar and bass. We start the music, and I'll show you around what we're doing. Let me just get a comfortable sitting position, and I'll show you the plan and the aircraft. Okay, I think I'm fine. What you just witnessed was me locking my chair. I actually have lockable caster wheels in my chair so that I can lock them and fly comfortably. But as you see, it requires some gymnastics over here. But there we go, we are good with that part. Okay. I am still trying to balance out my volume levels so they're comfortable with you, for you, so whenever I'm not talking, that's probably what I'm doing. Okay, so let me show you around. This is Seneca 5 from Coronado. However, I got the improvement mod from Canadian Captain Mustache, so he basically changed some numbers and it should fly a bit more by the book now, so we should be able to glimpse Cynical engine. There in the back, I believe this should be hoverboard, however it's too close to see the nameplates, but I saw the Kinger spawning it on myself earlier and that was real fun. I'm so excited. About a week time, me and my friend in Young Leaders for Cubs will be taking them on a hike. Yeah, that's great. That's it. Yeah, I love hikes, so yeah, I'm very happy for you. Good job. So we are in Toronto. There's this huge tower over there. I think it's a bit exaggerated, but hey, why not? I love that in an area that seems like suitable for the GA. I think it's alright, and I didn't review all too much, so I'll do that with you, and we'll see what's going on here. If there's any problem, the streams and the audio levels are off, please let me know. I will correct that. I think we can put the birds to sleep. Let me see. Okay, this all looks fairly good. I chose the gray livery for the Seneca. I think it looks cool. There's no stripes, no nothing, just the aircraft, but this area looks a bit dull, so that's a fun part of this livery. And that's basically it. The weather is pretty good, so it's not so much IFR, but it doesn't matter, you can still train. Let's go into the charts. So the data you're seeing on the top overlay, that's coming from Volanta, so that's whatever I just put here. And let's have a look. So we're flying from Toronto to Toronto. That's a whooping, I think, 11 miles flight. So that's not really much, but don't worry, it will still take us almost 3 hours because we'll be just practicing approaches over here. And there's two airports over there. There's the major one, and also there's a smaller one in the city. I'm planning to visit the two of them, and we'll start here. I think we'll land at this one, maybe taxi to the apron, see what it looks like, and go back to the big airport. That's the plan. Now, what do we have here? Okay, so I want to familiarize myself with the area. if you remember last stream, we had some issues with getting into some airspaces in VATSIM. So I turned them on today, and I think I need to start looking at this so we can do it more realistically. Hang on, I'm gonna put these codes into the plane. Yeah, no problem. But you know, it will be just select procedure because I'll be just flying around all the time. As far as the airspaces go, there's not all too much going on. There's basically the inverted birthday cake here. If you try to imagine, it looks just Canada Captain Mustache. Good day, welcome back. I did put in your mod today. I hope it loaded fine, so we'll see. I don't know if there's any way to check if it loaded, but I just hope it's in, and we'll see once we're flying. I'm really curious. Actually, I wanted to ditch this and I can't go for Cessna 414, but now, hey, I have to try it. I'm very happy. And I'm still super confused why you need to spend 5 minutes tuning those planes to be perfect, and the devs cannot do that, and we cannot have this out of the box. But either way, default K or the Steam one, I'm not sure what you mean. So we're flying for Toronto. Actually, I told them about my shoutout game, so I'll give shoutout to Canada Captain Mustache. Very cool streamer. Let's see if I can spell this right. I can probably copy it. And one of them didn't work. Let me just double check that. Yeah, you're very welcome. Why didn't it work? I saw it working before, now it doesn't work. So what I'm trying to say, I did set up two bots. One of them is supposed to give you the message and the other one is supposed to give the Twitch shoutout. But somehow, some way, this doesn't work as expected. But it did. Okay, I actually don't know if it worked before. There we go. You want to know more about the mod? I think you need to go to Captain Mustache stream, hit the mod command, and to tell you a bit about it. So that's it. Back to the airspaces. So there's the inverted birthday cake. If you don't know what it means, there's airspace basically are very narrow at the bottom and expand with the altitude. So it's very narrow at the bottom and then it gets wider and wider with the altitude. So basically they can manage the descent or climb of an aircraft here. That's the basic idea. Seneca is due for an update. Awesome, Coronet has been updating all their stuff these last 2 weeks. Really, I didn't stumble upon the news, but I'm not very great with the news territory in Misfits, so that's great news. I bet some updates from Asobot did break some of this stuff and they need to revisit it, but it's great to know that they're actually doing it. So airspace wise, that's it. I do not see any restricted airspaces here. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, that's probably it. Let's have a look at the charts. And actually the weather. I think the weather looks a bit better in Volanta. So wind is 280, 19 knots. That's a lot. Oh my. And gusting 28. 15 miles visibility. Scattered 2300, so no issue whatsoever. Altimeter 3007 and the other one says 3008. That's interesting because they are just a few miles apart and they have a difference here. Although this is more... Okay, there are more clicks here than the hectopascals that I am used to. Cool. That was 28280. So let's try to find out our runway. I chose this looked like the general aviation area, so that's where we spawned, and 28. I think we can just take this small runway, although I'm not sure what the real operations would look like. I believe they will most of the time just pick those 3 main runways because they have more room. So I'm not super familiar with what's the idea about having those runways at the right angle. It's a bit less common in Europe, I believe. Now the 280, so that's basically from the west. So we would have quite a strong crosswind when we go to 24, that's 40 degree. So let's do that, I'm up for the challenge. So I think we'll just taxi to the 24. Let's go to the 24 left, so we can take the smaller. Actually, they're the same length. So let's go for 24 right, because I think this might be what we'll be using in the future whenever we get to fly here. So we'll go for 24 right. Cool. Let's select that. They're all in yellow. Fantastic. Cool. As for departures, I believe the departures, they go pretty far. That's not what we want to do. So let's look at the approaches first. This will be more appropriate for us. I chose the same airport as the alternate, however it doesn't let me choose the approach here. That's bad. Let me think about it for a moment. Okay, you know what we'll do? Just go to the charts here and pin the approach. So we have this pinned and this should be fine for us. Also, let's have a look at our area where we actually stand. I believe this will be somewhere. I'm supposed to remember this number, I believe. So there's airport info where we have the big chart, but I want a detailed chart of our area. Sometimes it's marked in a box and says exactly the chart number. Sometimes you just have to look for it. There we go, that's one chart for gates, but that's not our. Okay, I think it's one of them. I'm not sure which one exactly. I think that's the one, Channel Aviation Area, and we have Echo Alpha here, so let's pin that and double check. Echo Alpha, perfect. So I see there is Echo Alpha taxiway here and there is Echo Alpha taxiway here. Give me just a second. Need to check my phone. Alright, nothing to do there, we can still fly. Hey, I see hoverboard is ready to fly. I'll take a moment. Okay, so that's pinned. Just go to, well, through Echo Alpha. And then how do we taxi? Right on Echo, then we'll go all the way here, and then we'll taxi via Charlie and go to Charlie 5 maybe. Let's do that. We'll have the whole runway. Got the full tanks. Yeah, good idea. It disappeared there for a second. I think you just paused. That's... oh, yeah, you're back. Okay, now the approach is... so basically the departures, they will take us very far away. So that's probably not what we want to use. Unless there is any that take us super close. Like those vector ones. So the idea here is just flight heading 235. Oh, 237 and then 1,000 feet 235. Cool, so we'll use that and then they vector us around. So I'll just pin it. That's a good, nice idea. Let's have a look at the approaches. So why don't we start with the easy one, the ILS. I really enjoyed flying the VOR approach recently, but as far as I can see, the CDFA continuous descent final approach for VOR are not very common in Americas. That's a bummer. And approach. Okay, lateral, super easy, just extended runway center line, and there we go. 237 is final approach course. Let's double check our runway heading. That's also 237. One thing I always forget and still take a minute to find is our elevation. Where is it here? We are on its way out. You mean when doing the departure? But we also have those approaches, at least in Europe, at least in my country, they are somewhat common. I will show you the one that flew last time. That's not the one. This is the one. So you see, this is the VR approach, but it's continuous descent. Final approach. So from final approach fix, you just have continuous descent on the VR. And what I see in the US, there are basically step down approaches for the VR, and this is much nicer. You fly it just like localizer approach. So I really enjoy. Oh, they are getting rid of them. Yeah, especially. Yeah, I know in the US and especially in Canada. Okay. Well, I like having the VR because it's nice to have as a last resort. And also it helps me navigate because I can find the airport from far away. I see the charts are popping in and out for you. It's some issue with the OBS. I'm not sure why this is happening. So what do we have here? We have the ILS and RNP. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's go back. So runway 24 right. We have ILS, we have RNAV and RNAV. Okay, I'll pin the RNAV zone. We'll see if you can actually fly it. And that's basically it. So that's cool. So let's do one approach and then we'll think what we'll do next. Okay, I think I'm ready here. I still didn't see the airport elevation. I'm super bad at finding this number here, so it's supposed to be a big one. And I don't really know why that is. If you have any tip how to find it, please let me know. I know it's here, but I cannot find it. Oh, also one thing to note is the magnetic variation, 10 degrees west. There's elevation of the runway end, so 546, that's so 550 give or take, but we should still be able to find the elevation for the airport. Here's the airport reference point. Oh boy, why is this so hard? No, it's easier to find here. Here it's airport elevation 570. Cool. So airport elevation is the highest field in the airport area. That's for us. So wherever you stand, there's a chance you will be lower. Way up in the upper left under the name. Okay, let me check. Upper left under name here. Okay. I know where I am, so I do not look for the name. Cool. I'll try to remember. Thank you, thank you. That's a good info. For some reason I have trouble finding this always. I don't know why. Maybe because I do not look at the name. This might be the reason. Okay, I leave this in so we know how to taxi. 570 is to check and let's roll. So we do jump inside. Let me try the shoutouts one more time. I will give the shoutout to Nomativator, who's sometimes controlling here. And Lurk, no problem, do something. No problem, or I think it will take a moment for me. Let's see if that works. Not really. Yeah, go check out Nomad, very cool person. And he's controlling here in Toronto, so that's the reason why I chose this one, so I can familiarize myself, and then maybe we can go fly here and actually do something crazy. I'm still looking to try those failures on VATSIM, but to do that I need to be confident I can actually fly the procedure as expected. Alright, I need to rest my things, so parking brake set, cowl flaps closed, throttle idle, mixture idle, prop forward. The yoke is working, pedals are working, brakes are working, so I will hide the yoke. I'll leave the... Okay, I'll also hide the passenger one. They are really in my way. And I did hit the B for the QNH. QNH was 3007, so this one is showing 3008. Let's say that's okay. Elevation that we are seeing is a bit too high actually. So let's dial in the 7. Is that any better? Yeah, that's much better. So 570, that's just right on the spot. Just remember that the airport elevation figure that we see there is basically the highest elevation on the entire, I forgot the name, entire area that is designed for us to move on. And usually you will see that the touchdown zones are basically lower than that by definition. I think is quite important to know. Showing you that here, those numbers at the elevation of the touchdown zones: 546, 547, 525, 529er. They are by definition less or equal than the airport elevation. Okay, so that is covered. Let's set up the other one. Okay, I think this is set and we can start the engine. So, battery master on, mixture in, throttles 1 inch in. Let's have a look at the fuel selectors, which I absolutely hate in this aircraft because not only you cannot see them because they're all black, they're very hard to feel with the hand. And I added a mod recently that hides those blue highlights. Stupid fuel selectors. Yeah. So News fans recommended me the mod that hides those blue highlights whenever you're using the hold interaction style, and it actually works. So thank you, News fans. I had no idea it exists. And the stupid fuel selectors, I actually did my IR training, the simulator part, on a Seneca simulator, and one time I felt confident. I just reached for the fuel selector when securing the engine and just turned it off. Turns out I managed to fill the wrong one and killed the second engine, and then I had absolutely no clue what's going on, and yeah, we had to restart the flight. This tractor had a lot. I had a big learning moment. That not only you need to feel it, you need to really confirm that you have the right one in hand. Real pilot. Well, the more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle, but that is a lesson for me. So now you'll see me that whenever I secure the engine, I always say which engine is supposed to be, and I double check I have the right thing in hand. Let me know if the music is too loud for you or anything is off. I'll get the music just a touch quieter. Hope that worked. Okay, so that is done. Right magnet is on, right fuel pump on. Oh, forgot the important thing, nav light and the beacon is actually on. So the beacon is called fin strobe here, which is a bit bizarre, but that's the beacon. No idea why they call it like that, but they do. All right, that's in. Now, whenever I'm starting the engine, I do step on my toes. So even though the parking brake is set, you know that it just locks the pressure, and this can be not enough. So first I need to have it under control. Whenever it starts moving, I can press harder, and also I just add extra pressure so that plane doesn't jump forward. This done, prop clear, and let's go. Hey Ramaroic, very nice to see you. We are in Toronto. There is super heavy wind and I want to familiarize myself with the area. How it's going? It's going really well, I think. Okay, so that engine is started. Right alternator on, right fuel pump off. I cannot hear it, so let me try to check this out. I know I can't hear it because I muted it. Now I hear it. Same, the left engine, left magnet is on, I'm stepping on the brakes, left fuel pump on, start the engine, prop is clear. Night marriage day, oh no! That's bad. I recommend to end the night marriage day and go chill. I hope this is the right place to do that. By the way, left fuel pump on, left alternator on, so this is covered. I can release the brakes now, but I still have my feet on them. Throttle's idle, we can start the radios. And we do not need autopilot. Transponder standby. I think the code is Canada is 1200, so I'll set it in just a moment. So 1200, okay, there we go. That's in standby. My laptop shut down this morning and cannot turn it on. No! I know those things happen. Had to remove the HD because I had important files. At least I can get them back. Yeah. There are three kinds of people. The one who do backups, the ones who will do backups, and the ones who will do backups and check that their backups actually work. So I hope you're the happy one with all your files back. I'll just have to pay for the reparation. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm fiddling all the time with the audio levels. I want to get it right in the end. I can show you what this looks like maybe, so you at least have some idea of the struggle. Let me try to move it. Okay, I think you should be see them now. So I have those levels here, and now the idea is that I think you can see them. The idea is that my voice, so my microphone is here, should be in the orange area and should be occasionally touching the red area. So that's basically where I am. Now anything I will want to hear you very clearly should be somewhere in the mid of the orange area. So that's where I might have my VATSIM on, or also the alerts. If you look at the alerts, they will probably pop up in this area.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
But we're learning, don't worry. And now the problem with the music is that it needs to be in the green area, but the green area is super huge, and also because the music has some uneven audio levels, because there are drums and whatnot, it's hard to tell for me where it is. So I'm trying to make so that the music is between -25 and -30. This is in the decibel, by the way. So that's the struggle I'm having daily. And now a good thing to remember is that 6 decibel is when you are twice as far from something or have 4 times less energy going back to you. So -3 decibel is half energy and -6 decibel is quarter energy, which equals to being twice as far. So whenever you put your volume to 50%, it effectively lowers it by 3 decibels. And then when you move it to 25%, it lowers it by next 3 decibels. So that's how it works. I hope that explains a bit. Alright, not talking. The radios are on, that's perfect. We have the taxi charts here. I cannot move it all too close. Oh, I actually can, that's fantastic. We will use that today. I think today we'll make it easy peasy, just use all the tools at our disposal. Let's see, turn on the traffic so we can see other people. Cool. I need to tune in the radius straight away because there's no way to defer that. So 257 was our runway heading, so I'll turn the big arrow to 257. Okay, so both of them are 257, the heading and the big yellow arrow. I'll actually move myself a bit left. There you go. Alright, that is done. I hope my mod still lets you take off in a crosswind. I don't know, we'll see. But don't worry, if something doesn't work, I will not blame you. Someone offers something to me and it works, I'm happy. If it doesn't work, I will just not use it. I'll not blame anyone for trying to help. Yes, I think CCM can explain you all about it. Okay, so 257 is set. I will also set 257 here, so I have this number handy. It's a good idea, even if you're in Cessna 152 that doesn't have any radio navigation that you use, you can just put this number that you need to remember here. Then, in any case, when you forget the number, you have the number stored here, so why not do that when you can? That's what my instructors taught me at PPL, and I looked at them like they were crazy, because we were just flying on a grass field. But it's actually pretty handy. Like sometimes I go a brain freeze and the number is here, so that really helps me. That's covered. Now I need the radius. I always like to have the VR tuned in so that I can see where we are going. Luckily for us there is the VR here, but which seems not to be certified for the approach. Hey Vex, I'm back but only for a bit, gotta head out soon. No problem, I hope you'll manage to fly with us for a bit. If not, then well, you'll have just a nice evening. So 11215 is what I need. Okay. I know it takes forever, but yeah, that's the way it is. Just imagine my instructor sitting there and watching me do all this stuff. It actually happens. 109.3. So we have VR and ILS. Let's put that in the second navigation, so we have this handy. 19.3, 112.15. Now I try not to rely on my memory, just store everything wherever I could, and this usually helps me. Okay, I think we're at taxi. Let's put the pitot hit on. What else do we need for taxi? Taxi light. I think we're good for taxi. We have half fuel tanks. I actually want to have more, so let's do that. And I'll turn on the FailBot, but it's now sleeping. I'll unsleep it. We also have the prediction bot, so we have hit prediction. That's good. Let's go here. And we'll stress test this CCM's mod. I'm curious what will happen. Again, if it doesn't work, I will definitely not blame you for trying to help me. So no need to worry. Okay, I think we are just 4 kilograms shy of the max gross weight. Okay, ready to roll. Let's go. I hope you are there. So should be ready soon. Parking brakes should be released. Also my Bravo have a bit different idea about it. Okay, now it worked. So we go to the right. And then we go to the left via Echo Alpha, it was called, I believe. Yep, right behind you. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we go. Oh boy, it's hard to see. Okay, there's Echo Alpha here. I do not see any markings. The plane is moving around like crazy because of the wind pushing on our tail. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. I might have all these taxiway signs from the Black Square add-on, which I really like. They have 2 versions of the add-on, one for Europe, one for US, and I absolutely love it because it pulls in all those taxiway plates, which I can then use to taxi around. Without them, it is a struggle. So next we will be going left to Charlie. Okay, I'll just try to make it nice and easy for me today. So I'll have all my position indicators on. You know, I like to turn it off, so it's more difficult, but let's make it easy today. So we are on Echo now. Where do we need to go? Still forward, and then we'll go left to Charlie. There's Delta, next one is Charlie. And this should be Charlie, so the taxiway is always behind the sign. So whenever we see sign named Charlie, the taxiway is behind. Whenever we stop here and try to figure out where you are, well, yeah, you are in trouble because the taxiway sign is behind you already. But hopefully there should be also marking on the asphalt, but they are not always there. Push the wrong button there. So what's happening now? We have this super heavy crosswind from the left. So what happens, oh boy, is that the wind is pushing on our tail and trying to basically yaw us to the left. So I have full left rudder. Now I think the sim doesn't have this modeled very well. So normally you'll just rolling in because there is a lot of friction on the nose gear. But I need to use my actual right rudder, right brake to drive us around. So that's why you see me taxing like this. Oh boy, it's it's terrible. What can we do? I think this might be above the allowed crosswind for Seneca. Okay, I do not want to tax anymore, so let's just go right here and we'll take off from this place. I decreased nose wheel sensitivity, but didn't test in that much wind. Yeah, no problem, no problem. UG Streams14, thank you for the follow. Very nice to see you here. We're flying in Toronto. I want to be practicing IFR approaches and engine failures. Today I'm making it a bit easier for me, so I will not turn off my position, so I actually see where I am in the Navi graph and on the Garmin. But yeah, with this wind I think it will be cool anyway. What are those things hovering over there? I think that's just botched photogrammetry. Hey, you just finished 14. Very nice to see you. That actually reminds me, we had one roll, they need to replay. X there, thank you for the follow. Very nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hello friends. We'll do the run-up check. I do not remember the actual number we need to do here, so I'm setting parking brakes, still stepping on my toes all the time. I'll just set... let's go for 19 on the RPM. So 19 on the RPM, and we'll check left magnetos off. That's 100 drop, that's okay. Back to both, make sure it's back to 19. Right magnetos off, also 100, so that's fine. And we check the prop. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the prop works more or less, so this is cool. Run-up check is completed. How are we doing time-wise? 50 minutes, and not so bad. Included all the talking. Okay, we're ready for takeoff. We are ready for departure. Whenever you only say takeoff, whenever actually taking off, and you mean you are taking off. So we are ready for departure. Landing lights on, strobe lights on. I'll just turn on the taxi lights. You can leave them on if you want, because it will just mean more light coming out of you, so you should be easier to see for anyone. That's cool. Fuel pumps on. And transponder alt. Let's increase the range a bit here. And I think we're good to go. Amazing. So I wake the bot up. We do have the FailBot. I know Captain Mustache knows how to do that. Parking brake released, cowl flaps open. That's the bit I forgot. I never flew a real plane with the cowl flaps, so I'm always forgetting them. And I think the elevator trim is in the correct position, so I will not change it. Boy, this crosswind is brutal. Okay, full left rudder. I will be using a bit of the left brake. Okay, engine is in the green. Okay, this is fine now. I do not need the brake anymore. And lift off. I forgot the flaps. That's fine. We can take off the flaps. Don't worry about the frame rate here. I think the photogrammetry is basically killing it a bit. Positive climb, gear up, flap up. Oh boy, maybe a bit is an understatement. So let's go back to our climb settings. So 35, 26. We're trying to follow the runway heading. Remember, the wind is from the right, so it will be pushing us to the left. Hope this sim will stabilize in a second. Fuel pumps off, landing legs off. Forgot the strobe lights. I think there's something else they just missed. That's okay. Can I give you some time, Vex Freeze? No problem. Take off, duty fully sweeps up the drop trains. Yeah, it's fine. So, this Canada update, I think, wow, it's kind of crazy now with the mod, so I think the mod is working. Cool. What did I forget? Why do I feel like I forgot something? Toronto is so bad for FPS for me too. Yeah, it's the photogrammetry. I mean, it looks okay, but it's absolutely killing the FPS. I think we'll just turn it off in a second. I didn't think to check it, so gonna eat, be right back. No problem. Enjoy your meal. Okay, the profile on the approach tells us to go to 3000. I just had a quick look at it. That's it. So we'll stay at 3000 here. Let's engage the autopilot. So let's ghost on, alt hold, and heading hold. Yay, I had my heading back. Cool. Okay, let's fix this photogrammetry thing. So need to go to general options, data. However, if you are following me, sorry for the pause. Okay, I didn't worry you. I think there is photogrammetry that you can turn off here. Yeah, there it is. I hope it doesn't crash. I never did that. I'm off. Whatever that means. Oh boy. While this is loading, let's review. So, just 3000 at the extended runway center line. How hard can it be? And 780 is the minima, which puts us 250 IM in the air. Okay, so let me get back. I know you're very good with catching up with me, but I don't want to bother you all too much. Okay, we are back over, so we should be able to see us now. Okay, let's see. Taxi light is off, landing light is off, strobe is on, fuel pumps are off, insos are okay. I will close the cowl flaps as we are in flight now. Okay, so I think I didn't forget anything. So let's turn left. We'll just need to vector ourselves around. So we'll just turn 90-degree left and do the vectors. That's cool. We can load the procedure here. I think you can still see everything. You can hear me. I think the audio levels are okay for you. Just let me know if that's the case. I actually should be hearing the similar thing as you are, except my voice. Okay, I'll just load the procedure here so that we have it handy. Procedure, select approach. This is Charlie Yankee Yankee Zulu, which is okay. 2 for left is where we want to go. 2 for left. Oh, okay. 2 for right. I have selected. Let's go for 2 for left. I will just change it, and we just go via vectors. Okay, hit the flight plan again. This should show up here somewhere. Okay, we need to turn left again. So 90 degrees to the left. Let's have a look here. Here we can see a bit more of the situation. So we'll just fly on the base, basically. I need to put in some wind correction, so I'll go 090. I've been wanting to catch a stream for many weeks now. Yeah, I'm very intrigued by the engine failures FailBot system. Well, it's there, you can use it. I don't want to encourage you, but it's there. What is that bit? Oh boy. I think that building just derped out. Let's try not to hit it. Just realized I had my nameplates off and I was way in front of you, turning back now. Yeah, should no problems. Hey Vacuum Murky, nice to see you. Oh boy. Well, I hear something different now, so that means we have to disengage the autopilot. And let's see what's going on here. Prop forward, throttle forward. I need to press the right rudder. So left leg is dead, left engine deck. Left leg... Oh boy. Left leg dead, left engine dead. So left throttle, I'll put this in view for you. So I'm just trying to not sink, I'm trying to keep the heading. I wobble my left foot because that's the one I'm not using. Now, check left throttle, nothing is going on. I mean, the plane is not falling out of the sky. So this confirmed, idle. I'll just move it here so we do not hear the beep. Also, I moved the right into the green, not into the red. I forgot that. Left leg dead, left engine dead. So left prop checking, nothing. Prop is all the way down and we need to feather it. You can see it, you can hear me. Left mixture, we see the engine stopping there. Yeah, it's feather, so it's not stopping. We also need left fuel selector off. That's the risky bit because I do not see where I'm going. Left alternator on, right fuel pump on. So we need the fuel pump on the live engine. And left magnetos off. The engine is secure, we just now need to reduce the power on the working engine, so I'll put it on 35-25. And that's it. We cannot use the autopilot anymore. At least in other plane that I flew, we were not allowed to use the autopilot. Basically because you need the rudder input and, well, the autopilot will probably screw it up. So yeah, that's us. That's us now. Hey Bunker Monkey, thank you for doing that. Hey bro, Juliet Tango, if you look left you can legit see my house. Well, I bet. I can see around a few thousand different houses. So yeah, it's very nice. I didn't know either. It's a very nice area, I think. So cool. Okay. We are flying this extended downwind, so I will correct my heading a little bit. Try to stay under 3000, and that's how we roll now. What you heard is I tried to move the throttle to idle, but it triggers the gear warning. I'll just leave it here. I'm not flying manually, we have less performance, but this is looking alright. So Captain Mustache did the right job, and I think everything is pretty okay. Maybe except for the taxi with the crosswind, but this is just a super minor thing. Anyway, I'm more happy to have a climb on a single engine. And also we should at all times stay above the blue line speed. So blue line is at the 88 here. This is best single engine climb speed. Now, in some of the twin props, the best single engine climb rate is like 100 or 200 feet per minute, so that's absolutely not impressive. And just imagine that anything less than that is basically zero. That's the reason why we shall never ever go below the blue line. Volko, hey, welcome, very nice to see you. Just a quick poke as cooking some food. Yeah? Enjoy your food, very nice to see you. Thanks for stepping by. Alright, and yeah, we are also in the rainbow area, so that's pretty much the view we can enjoy now. So that's going better than I anticipated. Okay, let's go back to... Oh, I put the wrong wing correction. I messed up this one. So after takeoff we need left wing correction. I forgot that when it turned around. So after takeoff we need right wing correction. I forgot that as we turned around we now need left wing correction. So let's do that. I will just fly 060 for the time being. I'll trim the plane up. Fix engine. Oh boy. Yeah, I thought I would be able to rest now and just do the flying, but I see I can fix it. It's fixed, so... Okay. We secured the engine, situation is under control. We called our mechanics and they advised us to try to restore the engine, so let's try to do that. I need to go fuel selector on. The left magnet is on, left fuel pumps on. That's pretty much it here. Mixture in, prop in. This shouldn't unfeather like that actually. The prop should not be moving until we hit the starter. We go the prop just 1 inch in, forget the warning, hit the starter. Boom, it's alive. So now let's try to equalize the engines. So that's a bit where the airplane will basically wander around. Okay, props go to 24. Manifold pressure goes to 30. Left alternator on and fuel pumps off. Yeah, engines are working. Perfect. Easy peasy. So let's re-engage the autopilot. Altitude hold, heading. Okay, the noise is the rain. That scared me for a moment. Now we can rest. And I don't know, you never know. Actually, I can see other planes here. Welcome, welcome. I think one of them is hoverboard. Let's have a look out. And boy, this is looking great. Cool, there's cover. Energy piggy. I love how the lights are looking now. That's pretty much it. Okay. You'll see me, but not for a long time for me to go. No problem, enjoy your time off. I'm very happy you managed to fly with us, at least a bit. You have a new area to explore, I believe. So yeah, enjoy your time off. A nice evening, however. Very nice to see you. And I had a huge laugh when you spawned on me during loading. I really enjoyed it. I was getting ready and I saw the Kinger just spawning in. Okay, we shall be able to turn in soon-ish. So I think I messed up here. Let me have a look. 119. No. Is that the right one? It's not. 109.3 is what I need. Why is there a king there? No idea. 19.3. So we have the ILS. We are below, so we can go and start the approach from the drone. So we'll go 340. We'll just get a bit closer and then we'll do the intercept leg. And I need to change my chart. I'll go. See you next time. Bye bye, however. So we need the ILS 2 for left actually. So we unpin these guys. We do 2 for left, 2 for left. Where are the guys for 2 for left? It's basically the same thing. 237 is the final approach course. 237. But they think it's 247. Interesting. Have a look. It's 237, 237. Oh, so I have the wrong number. That's why we're flying the wrong direction. Okay. I think that's because the... Okay. I simply messed up for some reason. So we need 237 here, so 10 less. I'll turn 320. I'm just looking at this display to see where I am and try to vector myself around like that. I see I am below the glide slope here. And I think we'll just fly the approach manually. I want to try it. Let's have a look at the distance. 14 miles. Okay. 14 miles, and our final approach fix is at... It doesn't say. That's strange. Oh, here. At... What? 5.5, but it's all already when we start the descent, so that's a bit interesting. Okay, let it be. Minima is 750. 750 for the minima. And yeah, that's it. Oh, 119 or 95. Oh, that's why. Oh, so we had the... Oh, so it was Garmin he tuned in the right thing. Ah, well, now I see. Makes sense. Cool. And the VR was 112 point, just have a look, 15. So I'll just put it here. Okay. Actually, equalizer is already alive. We'll just go for 30-degree intercept angle. Like, okay, let's go like this. 280. We need a bit for the wind correction. Localizer is alive. We are pretty far away, so that gives us a lot of room. When you're closer, at least I think it's alive. It's not within the full scale. When you're closer, as soon as it starts moving, it moves really fast. So whenever you have 90 degrees to turn, you will, by all means, overshoot it. I hope this makes sense. Please talk about your aerial flying experience. Okay, I started with flying gliders in mountainous area in Poland, and actually during my high school, so I was flying quite a lot for 3 years. I had 100 hours on gliders. Then when I started university, a bit later I did my PPL, then didn't fly it for a long time, and then I started training to get the commercial license. So I did that in another place, and well, basically, I completed. What do you do there? VFR night, I had to also renew my PPL, well, single engine rating, because it expired. I did the VFR night, I did the ground school, the theory for ATPL. And then what you need to do is you need to start getting hours. So I was just flying 100 hours all over the country. And I did the air training. First I did the sim, then I started doing my... Well, okay, before I did the sim I needed to do the multi-engine rating, so I did the multi-engine rating on TechNow 2006. I started the air training, so I did the sim, then it took me 1 year to pass all the 3 exams, and then I finished the air rating, the part that I was flying in the aircraft, and there's few hours that you do for commercial license training. Did that, passed all the exams, and that was pretty much it. But then for various reasons I couldn't commit to apply to work at airlines, and I'm doing this now. So I'm flying with the sim, trying to keep my memory somewhat fresh and my skills somewhat fresh. It's at least a good practice. I think maybe in a few years I will be able to try again and apply to some airlines, but who knows. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it was a long ride. It was bit more difficult than I expected, especially the theory exams for ATPL. They are just brutal, but I passed everything, so we're good. Oh, and we overshoot. Okay, so I'll disconnect the autopilot. We overshoot the glide slope, so that's strange. But we are still not on the localizer, so that's a bit weird. Okay, I need to reduce the power now. I'll move the probe forward, mixture forward. Get ready for the approach. Localizer is alive. You see it's moving so fast you cannot really catch it. Icy Dragons, thank you for the sub. Whoa, very nice to see you here. Welcome, welcome. That crossing is holding you off the lock longer. Yeah, I probably didn't correct for that enough. I agree, that's the case. Let's reduce the power now. I will slow down and drop the gear and flaps. So we are basically on the glide slope. We need to keep what? I need this view now. 750 feet per minute descent, so basically 5 times the ground speed. Okay, now I need to correct to the right. Let me just reset. Okay, the view is reset, so that's a nice view for me. Okay, throttle idle, let the plane slow down. We are over. Okay, that's not a great approach. Plane is slowing down. What you're hearing is the gear alarm. So speed check gear down, flaps 1, flaps 2, add some throttle again, and we're good. Okay, I can already see the runway. That was by no means a good approach. Now we need a lot of wind correction to the right. I'm feeling somewhat disoriented by the position. So I still think now that on the low end on the power scale we are a bit overpowered. So see how I think I would need a bit more here to have a decent like that, but I might not be right. With flaps and gear I would expect like 18 on the manifold pressure, but again it's just my wild guess based on the aircraft I flew that is vastly different. So maybe this is okay. Also, I think that the sim doesn't have simulated very well the windmill of the props. Normally when you go power idle in this aircraft, it will just sink like crazy. Okay, we're super low. I'm just looking at the runway, so I'm not very bothered about that. Well, let's try to do the crosswind approach with the side slip. So I'm putting in a lot of left rudder. And just making sure with the aileron that I'm not turning. I think I'll explain it a bit better on the next approach. And we need to do one more approach because this one, I didn't like it. Okay, it's looking pretty good. At least I can keep the center line with this crosswind. So I still have some rudder authority left. Or idle, I have a hard time feeling our height, so let's go boom there. Oh boy. I have almost full left aileron into the wind. This is fantastic, I love this. Okay, 35 on the manifold pressure, let's climb away. Positive climb, gear up. 221 was the landing rate, not bad at all. Okay, where we are, 200 feet. So I'll reduce the power, 35, 20, 26. I'll keep in the right wind correction. Release the rudder now. Okay, let's put it somewhere over here. Laps up. And also I forgot all of these things because I didn't realize we were in approach mode. Yay, so bad. Surviving 5 out of 5, everything else, well, 2 out of 5. Don't worry. Let's engage the autopilot. One thing I can actually show now is that the basic mode of the autopilot should be pitch and bank. However, it's trying to level off, so that's not really working. Maybe it has different basic mode, but I don't think so. Okay, so let's go heading. Turn left. We'll keep the vertical speed. Let's keep it 1500. And we can keep like that. Also open the cowl flaps. Pretty good. I'll give myself an applause, even though it wasn't great. That's what my instructors would feel about it. Okay, I think we can turn left already. 3000, let's hit the alt. I'll just correct the altitude. This is a pretty dumb autopilot, so you have to work a lot with it. It's still taking away the workload from you, so it's always better to have it. I think I actually had this model of autopilot on the plane I was flying, and whenever there was any turbulence, it just wouldn't behave. It was better just turn it off and fly manually. It was trying to chase the level flight, and it was not doing a great job at that. Okay, I think I don't have this set correctly. Let's have a look. The way I always do that, I put the arrow on the mark and then count my clicks. So that's 2. Wait, it should be 237. So that's 235. 1, 2. Okay. I'll apply some wind correction. So let's go 050. I think this should be about right. You know what you can do? I can show my flight computer. Hang on, it's not what you expect. Except for Canadian Captain Mustache. He knows them inside out, I believe. Stand by, I'll be right back. Guys, who's back again, that's me. I brought in my flight computer. It's actually called flight computer, I am not kidding. And I absolutely love this. What it has here, it has the, how do you call it, logarithmic scale, that you can basically do multiplication and division, just like adding on a ruler. So whenever you try to add numbers on a normal ruler, like 5 plus 5, you will take 5 inches plus 5 inches, draw a line, 2 lines, and then measure the whole line. That's 10 inches. This does the same, but for multiplication. But it has the other side for the wind correction that I can use. So let's try to use that, shall we? So what we need now, this is fantastic, I love it. What we need is to get the weather for our airfield. So we go to the weather here, and meter reports through heading. So that's 300, let's say 30. So that's the wind on the surface level, but because we are above surface, this will be a bit higher number. So let's take 30 knots and 300. Okay. So I set this to 300 here. I'll show you in a second. So I'm putting 300 here. That's 300 here on top under true index. And now what I will do, from the middle, I will mark a dot like three bold lines. This will mark 30 degree of wind. So there is a small dot that you actually can't see. And what I do, I just measure 30. So that's 1, 2, 3. No, my marker isn't working. Oh boy, need to get another one. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I'm also watching where we are flying, so we don't get too far out. Don't worry about that. I am back, Armoruk. I brought in my flight computer. See? This flight computer. It's just a piece of metal. But it lets you compute things. Oh, nice. So I want to do wind calculation, and I just checked that our wind is 300 degrees, 30 knots. That's true. So what I do, I put 300 here under true index, and now there is a dot in the middle, and I will mark my dot 3 bold lines, so 1, 2, 3, 30 knots up. So that's what I'm doing, 1, 2, 3. So there's my fat dot. And now let me show you what we do. Basically, it's like if you drew it on vectors, so it's basically child's drawing. Now what I need to do is put my true heading here. So let's have a look in the sim. My heading now is 050, but remember that the magnetic variation is 10 degree west. Let's have a look at that. It's not showed here, but it's showed here, 10 degree west. So now let me think. If this is the north, okay, if this is true north and we are showing magnetic 050, then we need to subtract 10. So if we are this heading and we are 050, so this will be 040. Okay, so minus 10. So 040 is our true heading. I'll just put the 040 here. So 040 goes under true index, and now what we do is we measure our... Okay, now we need to put our true airspeed here under the dot. So our true airspeed is... Let me check. Don't worry about us flying away, I'm fine. Our true airspeed is, if we put our outside air temperature, which I actually finally managed to find, it's somewhere here. There we go. Outside is -6. So we put -6 here. Here we need to put -6. So -6 is 1, 2, 3. So this thing we need to put under 3. So there is 3 here. So now this is 3000 over -6. And our true airspeed is 150. Yeah, 150 knots. Okay. So what we do, we put this middle dot, this little middle dot. There's a little middle dot here. We put it just over 150, and now we can read our wind correction. So this will be 6 degrees to the left. No, that's 11 degrees. So it says here that the bold line is 10. So that's 11 degrees to the left, and will also tell us our ground speed, which is basically 150, I think. So we do not need to add or subtract anything. Am I right? Yeah. So the crosswind doesn't take away anything, but if you're flying, for example, this heading, it will tell us that this is 5 degrees to the left correction, but our ground speed is 180. So I hope that makes sense. So I'll just leave it and let's go back to flying. I hope this was interesting. I actually wanted to use this flight computer. Just reminded myself about it now. Okay, let's fly then 030. Let's go 300 because We are so far out now. 20 miles, not so bad. That is so cool to see the real time. Someone explaining the flight computer. It's actually, yeah, I'm glad to like it. I really love this device because it's very simple. So what I'm doing when I'm doing a VFR flight that has, for example, 5 legs, I need to calculate my wind for every leg. And now my constants are the wind and my true airspeed. So what happens, to calculate, I just need to spin this around and read the numbers. And for me, personally, this is faster than using any digital calculator because I just spin it around, I have the right numbers. Also, I can do the sanity check. I not just read out the numbers, I also look at this graphical representation of this. So I'll try to explain you. Just think that this is like a huge triangle, and this is our aircraft here at the bottom, and from it measured to the middle dot is our velocity vector. So you can imagine those lines all converge somewhere around here. So this is our aircraft point, and from there up to the middle dot is our velocity vector, and then we have the wind vector just from here to here. No, sorry, from the middle dot to here. No, from here to the middle dot. Sorry, I just need to think about it for a moment. From here to the middle dot. Okay. Maybe it's a bit off. Basically this tells us then which angle we need to fly. Okay, now I know how it's going. Or do I? Yeah, okay. So let me try again. The way it works, our aircraft is here, velocity vector is from my finger up to the dot that I painted. So this is our velocity vector, so we are 6 degree, well, that's just our heading. 6 degree to, well, 11 degree to the left, and then wind is from here to the middle dot. So that's the wind vector from here to here, which gives when we add those two vectors, this gives a vector from our aircraft just to here. So our aircraft is flying the heading 040 as it should be. That's the whole idea here. So to put this in some perspective, I'll just do it now. So you can see that our aircraft is not flying this direction, it's flying in this direction. So our aircraft is where my finger was. Now here is the black dot, and from here to the middle dot is the wind vector. Am I doing this right? More or less. I think I mixed up a thing or two. I need to think about it slowly on my offline, and then I'll be able to tell you the right answer. Or we can try to draw it later on. But basically that's how it works. I think I missed what is what, but you get the basic idea. And we smashed the localizer, so that's fine. We'll just correct it. We're still 17 miles out, so that's okay. Or is the wind actually from the left? No, the wind is from the right. Oh, because we're flying the other way around. Now it's matching up. Okay. Cool. Let's try it again. So that's our situation. Our aircraft is here. It flies toward the black dot, and then the wind is blowing from the black dot to the center dot, and this is where our aircraft is going effectively. And when we look at our situation in the sim, it will show the same thing. Okay, localizer is alive, so let's intercept it. I'll just quickly show you. So the wind is from the right. Now our aircraft is pointing this way, plus the vector of the wind, so it is effectively flying this way. Yeah, so the aircraft is pointing like 11 degrees to the right, That's our velocity vector, that's the wind vector, and that's our effective vector. I think it's been a bit too long. Let's get back to flying. I think we're getting good here. It's 14 miles. We are 2,500 feet above the runway, more or less. So this shall be, we shall start descent somewhere at 8, 9. BRB got reboot. Oh boy, how it works. Glide slope is still not coming in. We are, what, 12 miles, so we still have some room. Cool. Okay. Glide slope is still not moving, so we have like 3 miles to go. I'll start preparing here. Landing lights on, fuel pumps on. Mixture forward. Drop forward. We'll slow down a bit. Drop the gear and flap so that I can move smooth approach. Disregard the gear warning for now. I just want to slow down. Speed check. Gear down. Flaps 1. And add power again to keep, let's try to keep 100 knots. I think that will be my approach speed. Okay, glide slope is alive. We are totally out of the localizer, so let me catch it. See it here on the chart, so I'll just quickly go here. Forgot to track it. I'm back. That was quick. Welcome. I'm curious if my explanation how this graphical computer works for calculating the wind made any sense. I'll try to draw it in Paint when we have a bit more time, so we see what's going on. I've got the Seneca mostly fixed and I'll PM you when I say, well, cool. Actually, no, I think it's okay. Whatever is not okay is just minor thing. I really like it. Thank you. And I'm super surprised that you can do it so quickly, and I really don't know why the devs don't have it right. I understand that Flight Simulator changed something, so that's the reason why Coronado didn't fix it yet. Someone told us that they are working on it, so that's a great news. I hope that actually comes to fruition. Okay, I can see the runway here, so I'll just not look at it. I'm just looking inside. Okay, glide slope is in, so reducing the power to what? 15 I think was the number. I'm trying to keep 500 feet per minute descent. I'll go flaps 2 for the whole approach. And we need a lot of wind correction. Sam, I hope you're having fun fixing those planes. Still don't fully understand how to do that. I understand you just tweak those coefficients that are in the config and that makes it work. Really great job. I quite enjoy doing it, yeah. Okay, then I'm glad I am motivation for you to do that. To do what you enjoy. I need to add a bit more power. So, okay, I think the power setting is actually okay. The thing I complained about before was maybe not true. Now I like it. That's so the problem there was my unstable approach, not anything with the aircraft. Let's do the final check. Drop forward, mixture. Okay, landing green 3 green, pro forward, mixture forward. That's it. I think our wind correction is okay. Slightly below, so I'll slightly reduce power, pitch a bit up. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're now need to correct to the left. And we have the minima were. I forgot the minima. That's bad. Minima were 750. Okay. So that's 1000 to go. Do I do it? I try to remember where is the number for our minima. So that's 750. And then I just look, that's 1000 above. And then I will, on the opposite side, this will be 500 above. And from there on, I will just do the countdown. Slightly high, so I'm glimpsing out every now and then, but I'll try to look inside from now on. Whoa, I got a bit too fast here. And it's getting unstable. 500 to go. Or 100 to go. $300 to go. $200 to go. Now this is the bit where everything starts to slip out. We are somewhat okay. And now we can see the runway. 200 to go. Bit high. $100 to go. Let's keep it stable. And minima. Runway side. Let's go for landing. So now I do the wind correction, so a lot of left rudder and right aileron. So the idea is to keep the nose along the center line and correct with the aileron so that it doesn't turn. Also, it should be on the upwind side of the runway, so the wind will blow us down the runway. They're doing a great job here. I'll slowly roll back the power. Okay, power idle. Cool. Flaps one click up. And let's roll. A lot of right aileron. There we go. Positive climb, gear up. Releasing the rudder to neutral. I will keep the wind correction in. 200 above ground level, reduce power, so 35, 26, 300, laps up, keep the climb, and landing lights off, fuel pumps off. Okay, now I'm happy, this was way better. Autopilot on. Oh boy. Ending mode, VS mode. Plus 15, that's cool. Ooh, 135, nice. Friends don't let friends do business with overstock.com, by the way. Well, whatever that is, what a waste of an hour. I have no clue what that is. I'll try to remember. I think what we'll do now is we'll go to our second destination. Let's have a look at how we did. So that's our flight track so far. So the second one, except for this part, that's pretty much what I wanted to look it like. This one was wrong because I had a wrong course dialed in. The runway was 137, I had 147 dialed in. Can't find the POH, but I'm betting you're right at the crosswind limits of the Seneca. There is a POH at the Coronado, so if you go to the link, it's actually there. I was quite surprised to find it out. So we'll now go to, believe it or not, Toronto, although we are also in Toronto. Just go for the other Toronto. I don't know the name, so bear with me. That's called Pearson's International, and the other one is called Bishop. So we'll go to Bishop. We'll run runway 26 in that case. So let's try to find the approach. Oh boy, I smashed the altitude there, so yeah, let's go to 5,000 then. We'll try to stop it. And we can already turn maybe. Oh, just imagine we are vectoring ourselves around. I'll go 090. Okay, reduce the vertical speed. I can't believe I didn't leave you on apps. That's great. And hit the alt on my mark. Cool. And without the photogrammetry, the FPS is much better. Cool. Let's review the charts quickly. So 262. Let me just put that in. 262 goes here. That's the error I might want to. So 262 goes here. That's remembered. Elevation 252. Thank you, Canada Captain Mustache. Now I know where to look for it. I can remember this because he told me it's here. I like it. Approach is available 26 ILS. Oh. Arnav Zulu 26 that it. Oh, we have localizer 26. Fantastic. Oh boy. It starts at it's 1,500. Okay. Point V3. 1,500, we go to 3.8, so that will be rather short. Then descent. 265 is the final approach course. I remember the localizer is somewhere not on the runway, so that's why it's a bit of an awkward approach. Oh, look what's going on here. Cool. Also, is the sim audio okay or is it too loud? Please let me know. I'm curious. I think my audio is also a bit quiet. The microphone. Maybe because I was off center. Okay, we'll just load it in Navgraph, so we should have some radius tuned in already. Let's not do the double work. Select approach. Oh no. Need to go to procedure again. It's not here. No, clear. Move the big dial. Okay, Charlie, Yankee. That was Tango something. Tango Zulu. Tango. And let's go to the Zulu. Also, the working title fixed this because it used to have some slight issues. Now it's just perfect. Okay, localizer 26. School vectors activate. Yes, sure. FPL, and yeah, I think we're good. I will make the mic a bit louder. I think I hope it should be okay. So it's a bit quieter than usual, I'm not really sure why. Hey, let's keep it like this. So we got out of this thing, so we just go to the nav. Hey, it's looking pretty good. So let's go a bit to the right. I'm just pretending I'm doing some vectors. Now if you look here at 10 miles, we need to be at 1500, so I'll descend to 2000. Okay, actually 3100 is the safe altitude here. Let me think. So Omtex 2000. Okay. Oh, also Algor 2000. So we'll go to Algor. Let's descend to 2000. In that case, we are over the lake, so I think we should be fine. VS. Let's dive. I never set the cruise power, so that's bad. I'll close the cold flaps. I'll try to remember them. I will also hit the prop sync and reduce the power. So we'll go 25, 23. And we have the rain. Brutal. Cool. Let's have a look. Minima 720. Elevation. Okay, here it's in different place. 252. So here elevation is next to MSA. In the airport chart. In airport chart, it's next to the name. Okay. That's probably the reason why I have a hard time. 250 is touchdown zone elevation. And I'll just follow it from there on. So we'll go down to 1500. At 3.1 we start the descent. That's 3.65 degree descent. So for our 100 knots we need 650. Will probably be a bit slower, so 550 will be the number. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Let's have a look in the sea. We're almost at 2000. Oh boy, its airspeed is wild. Let's see where actually we need to level off. So hit the alt now. It will just level up just in time. Okay. Hit the alt again. Cool. So it remembered the correct altitude. So that's where we are. We'll go just a bit forward and then turn left. Same. Looking at that on the chart. 720 are the minimum. That's number to remember. Let's check our localizer. We need 110.15. Alright, thank you, Icy Dragons. Very nice to see you. I actually didn't know you were streaming, so I'll need to check you out. Cool. Welcome, Icy. Very happy to see you. I hope you enjoy. It's a bit of a wild ride. Hype, hype, hype. Yeah, enjoy the emotes. Quick update on the emotes, I actually forgot. I will stick with the default one for the time being, and I will try to slowly find some artists. I think I need to find someone I like, and I will be able to stay for a longer time. So we'll have those default ones. They're actually given to me by Twitch, and once I'm happy to find someone, I will do that. So we can turn left now. 355. These are really good. Yeah, they are. I really like them too. It's just that they're default, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone would like to have something custom because someone already has them from some other stream. That's totally understandable. So I think at some point we might replace them with something similar because I like them actually the way they are. So we'll see about that. 355. Let's add a bit power. I think I have this a bit wrong. Okay, so wind was 300. Cool. Smashed into the ground at 712 FPM. That's okay, the plant would survive. No big deal. I wouldn't be all too worried about this. We need our localizer, so 11015, that's in. Let's also dial in any VR that we have here. We do not, I think. Is there any VR here? No, there isn't. Is there VR here? Yes, there are two of them. Okay, so that's cool. I'll keep the approach chart in. EU North, you can always hit !server and the ATC bot will tell you. There you go, Europe North. I don't always remember, so it's better to just double check it. So, situation is looking good. I will slow down and get the gear down, because actually we can do that once we turn in. So let's just slow down a little bit. So 25, 22. And 265 was the final approach course. I need to set this in here. I actually forgot to do that. 265. Cool. I think you didn't see my flight computer, did you? That's it. It's fantastic, I love it. I'll show you how it works when we are on the ground, because we don't have much time left. Okay, let's get this going. Autopilot disconnect. I will just dial in some nice intercept angle. I'll set 2000. We'll slow down and prepare for the approach. So, power idle, props forward, mixture forward. Speed check, gear down, flaps 1. Add the power to stay at 100 knots. So I think 25 is what we needed. Trim back, back. Okay, 25 is a bit too much. 23, yeah, it looks about right. Is this localizer coming in? Oh, it should be coming in any second. I just had a glimpse here. You can also see it here. Localizer alive. Let's turn. I need to turn like crazy now. And we can descend to 1500. Let's do that. Need some wind correction. Let's keep that in for the time being. Let's descend, and our final approach fix was at 3.8. I'll join up. Cool. By all means, you're very welcome. Oh boy, did I smash it. I did smash it. Let's go back. Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Everything is just fine. Emergency climb engaged. Okay, that's a bit better. I wonder why the DME is not showing up. It's a bit of a problem. Maybe we're too far away. State-of-the-art computer. Yeah, I wonder if we can play Flight Simulator. I'll show you how it works when we're on ground. I actually love the thing. We are on localizer. I am super worried about the DME. We think about this. ITZ 11015, 11015. It's botched. How do we do that? So I guess we just do, I don't know. Why is the DME not working? I want it to work. Could you please work? Let me think. Can do direct ITZ, and this will show us the distance. Direct. Oh boy. The airport is there. Oh, I think I know why you need to keep on this localizer. These chimneys here are not looking very friendly, not gonna lie. India, Tango Zulu. India, Tango. Hope I'll manage to do this in time. In Tango Zulu, activate. Yeah, okay. Activate. That's showing us the distance, 4 miles. Okay, cool. So we need to start our descent at 3.1, I think. No. Oh, strange. Okay, so that is ILS actually. No, it's not ILS. I am so confused here. Okay, 3.8 we can descend to 1200. So at Rabix we can descend to 1220, and then at 2.8 we can go to our MDA 720. So that's what we will do. Power idle, and we need our landing lights on, fuel pumps on. Can barely see anything here. Smash that thing. Okay, 2.8. We are within the 2.8, so we can go to 720. Final check. 3 green, prop forward, mixture forward, and flaps 3. Let's just land here and taxi the apron. I'll show my flight computer, and then we'll go back to our big airport. This approach is not looking good, so we'll do one more. The weather is quite interesting. Which Cessna this is? This is Piper Seneca 5. You can hit exclamation mark aircraft and the bot will tell you. I will do that. There you go. This by Coronado. It's pretty cool, but we have some fixes by Canadian Captain Mustache. Just tweak some numbers so it's flying better, single engine and whatnot. It's happy with the puppy. Okay, I'll switch to the sleep for the wind. I'll ignore the puppy. She's probably not puppy but Vasi or whatever that is called. So it's like 2 bounces, that's okay. One for right, still landing. I actually need full right aileron here on taxi. I'll bring this up for you. Should have had it before. Nice landing. Yeah, not bad. I'm getting the feel of this aircraft. So here you can see my rudder, also the trim position. I need, okay, I do not know how to modify it. And also my trim position here, the black dot. Respectable, thank you. I forgot to open the cold flaps and switch off the prop sync. Oh boy. Still, we have some things to work on. Let's vacate via alpha. I'm in. Welcome. So we'll vacate here via alpha and just exit here and yeah, go for another takeoff. This approach is super interesting. Also, there's one thing I want to show you, because the localizer antenna is not where it's usually supposed to be. Usually the localizer antenna is on the far end of the runway, so when you're landing it's on the end of the runway in front of you, but here it's actually next to the runway. The reason why normally it's on the far end of the runway is so that you can use the signal on the rollout after landing or on takeoff. I think that's you there. I see dragons. Nice. I'll just stand next to you. I'll show the flight computer. I will do a breather. I'll review the approach because that totally didn't work. I'll try to explain why I think the DME is not showing up, but we managed to work this around. Oh, I think. Oh, we're here. Okay, let's go there. Can we? Shall we not do that? Also, strobe lights off and landing lights off, taxi lights on. That's a tight spot. I'll hit the B, so hopefully we have the correct QNH. Okay, I'll just stand here. Cool, parking brake is set. I'll show the flight computer, and at this time I'll draw what's going on. So this is the flight computer. The way we do the calculation is first so there's a dot here in the middle that you cannot see, or you can barely see it. So you need to put it on over any thick line, and you need to put your true wind direction over here in the true index. So I can twist this. I just put the true wind direction that I read from the meter over here, and then from the middle dot I mark the wind speed. So we figured that at 3000 feet the wind is 30 knots. So I just put 1, 2, 3 thick lines. That's 30 knots. So from the 0, 30 knots up 300. That's what it is. I'll now try to explain you in Paint what this is actually doing, so bear with me. Cool. So let me think. This is our aircraft. It's just beautiful. It looks like an aircraft, more or less. What, you know, any aircraft, what it has this huge velocity vector in front of it. So let's say this is the middle of our aircraft, and it has this huge velocity vector over here, right? Right. 10, 10, 10 art. Yeah, I'm master of Paint. I actually like doing that. Well, it's not a fancy tool, but it's everywhere and it works everywhere the same way. So once you get comfortable with it, you have good tools to use. Cool. So now what happens? There's a wind. The wind in our case, let's say, is from the left, because that's how I drew it. We'll put the wind. So from here we'll mark the wind vector. So let's say it's this way, okay? And let's just say that this is 30 knots and our ground speed was, what was it, 150? 10 minutes until landing. This is original Vex painting, folks. You're watching history in the making. Welcome, Tan. Very nice to see you. Actually, we need to do some shout out. And who else can we shout out? If not, Icy Dragons. Raided us. I had no idea you were streaming, so let's do that. Now my shoutouts are not working like I want. Icy Dragons like to fly planes, sometimes in a professional manner. I haven't checked out your streams, so behave. I hope you're doing great. Okay, our airspeed is 150. PhD for just subscribed. Amazing. Thank you, PhD for. Welcome, welcome. Very nice to see you here. I am very happy that you're all enjoying the content. I really hope you're just having fun and relax. I think I'm all about relaxing. Hence the vibes. Gosh. This might not be up to scale, but you get the picture. So, that's where our aircraft is going. That's where the wind is. Now the question is, where is our aircraft actually going and how fast? Ooh. I think that's Icy. Yeah, rolling up here. Hey Icy, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Actually, we have the scenery from Asaba, I believe. So, now that we have figured all of this, our aircraft will be going... I think we need the violet line. Let's take the lila line. No, the violet line. Oh, that was a gifted from 10 minutes. I think I missed it. Let me read it. 10 gifted a sub to PhD Po. Wow, awesome. Thank you, 10. Thank you, PhD Po. It's the first time I see these notifications, so that's why I missed it. Can you paint a happy little tree in the corner? Sure, no problem. We need to get it to the edge. You'll see why later. That's why. Things were great, but you get the idea. It's dangerous. It's not dangerous at all. It's all great. So this is where our... Oh boy. This is where our aircraft is going. Now, there are a few ways to tell what is our speed and what is the angle here. You can either use the math or trigonometry. That's one way to do it. Or you can just draw it and measure it. You know that drawing in cockpit is not great because there's not too much space. And also having the ruler and plotter around is not great. So that's why we use the thing. Now let me just set it up. Okay, looks great. Use maths. Yeah, you can use maths, no problem. There are actually rule of thumbs that you can make it a bit easier. I'll show you in a second. So the way I would do that is first we did put the wind. So here from the middle dot we measured 30 knots of the wind up into the 300 under true index. Now next thing you need to know is what is your true airspeed. So to know your true airspeed you have two options. You can use this here. So you just put we checked that temperature outside is 2, well it was -6 at 3000, so you just put -6, there's like 0 here, so -6 is here in the boy. Let me try again. You can tell here by looking at the airspeed indicator, it has a built-in measure to do that. So I checked when we were flying that our outside temperature was -6 and we are at 3000 feet pressure altitude, give or take. We should correct it for the QNH. So what you do is that this mark here is the 0. Can I move a little bit closer? No, not really. And what you need to do, you need to find the -6 here. So, oh, I did it wrong. So this is -30, -20, -10, so -6 is somewhere here. Now we need to find the 3000, which is here, and you need to put this over the -6. So you need to twist it until now. Now we are doing, let's say our airspeed needle was here. So now we read that our true airspeed is 150. That's how you do it. There's other way. You can do this with the flight computer. Believe it or not. So I'll just set it up and show you. Or true airspeed and density, okay, minus, that's -6 over 3. Cool. I need to set it so that I can show you. Oh boy. So here we have a window that says for true airspeed calculation, and basically on top we have the temperature, on the bottom we have pressure altitude. So we just do the same thing as we just did before. We set -6 over 3, and then what we can do is we can read our, let me just read the description. For true airspeed and density altitude, set over pressure, blah blah blah, read TAS over calibrated. Okay, so we read TAS over calibrated, so we need to find our airspeed here. So 150 is here. This one is showing 15. On the silver scale, oh sorry, we're doing what? 140, 147. So 147 we find here on the silver scale, and then you look up and you will see 150 over here, give or take. Did it work? Yeah, exactly. So there is 147 on the silver scale, and over 147 you read 150. So that's the same way to do it. It's basically the same thing that we have on this, and it's doing nothing smarter than just multiplying some numbers. Cool. Now we need to find the wind. So what we do, we just draw this giant triangle and measure the things. Okay, that works. So what we need to do, we need to put our heading. Our heading is, well, somewhere over here. Just put it to the way it was. Blah blah blah, 150, okay. Okay, I think that's fine. So we put our true heading. Just remember, this is not magnetic heading. So true heading of 10 means magnetic heading of 20. So whenever with 20 on our compass, we need to put 10 here, and we know how to correct because we have this written on the chart. So if you go here, it's actually saying 11 degree, and the other airport had 10. So see this 10 degree west. Now if you need to add or subtract, there are ways to remember, or you can just sanity check it. Like if your nose is here, then this is 20 degree to the magnetic north and 10 degree to the geographic north. So that's the sanity check for me. Okay, so we are flying heading 0 to 0, so we need to subtract 10 and put 0 and 0 here. And now basically our aircraft is here when all those lines converge. We have our aircraft velocity here, and then we have our wind velocity from here to the center. And we also need to put center over the true airspeed, so I did put it over 150. And now we can read that our wind correction needs to be 10, and that we are doing 162 knots ground speed. And that's it. That's how you do it, and that's how it works. So basically this picture is basically the other picture, except in our case the wind is here. So to make it kind of the same picture, I need to do that. So I just changed our heading to 060, and it shows us that wind correction is 12 degrees to the left, and we are doing 138 degree ground speed. Gadget FPV! Hey! Came for the fancy knife and I'm back at school. I hope you like it. I hope it's not very heavy. So, what I'm trying to say, it's not some random rules, it all just makes sense, and it's all made to be easy. It's just if you don't know how it works, it can be difficult, but if you know how it works, that's how it is. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Let's go flying. So how are we looking time-wise? 2 hours. So I think we'll just do one more approach here, and then we'll go for probably one more approach at where we started. All right, let's run. Remember this stuff, remember notice degree. Oh, so you know how to do it. Yeah, many people don't know, and I know they're scared of this flight computer, which I absolutely love and adore. So I want to show you how to use it. It's pretty cool. CIC is here. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll taxi just here. I don't think it has any name. I think this is Bravo. So Bravo Charlie Delta 2 holding point runway 24 will take off, go to the left at 2000, and we will do our localizer approach again. Let's see how that works. Ready to go. Perfect. Now I think the problem with the DME is that the ILS with the localizer and DME, they have the same frequency, but there are different facilities, and I think that's the problem that Microsoft Flight Simulator is having. Like, you can see that DME is here, but you remember that the localizer antenna was actually here, so they're in different spots. Maybe we can try to find them in the sim. Let's have a quick look. So this is the localizer antenna, which is in a bit of an unusual place. Now what the DME should look like? Sometimes look like this box, but that's probably not it. I think the DME will be here. So that's the DME. I think. Or maybe that's the DME. Or maybe that is the DME. One of them for sure is the DME. But for some reason, Flight Simulator doesn't want to give us the readout for the DME. Oh boy, look who forgot the flaps. Flaps up! Or are they not going up? Flaps up. So for some reason we do not get the... Oh, now we do get the DME readout. It's interesting. Okay, if we don't get it, I just made a workaround so we have direct to the same facility, so it should help us. Okay. Taxi lights on. Let's have a look at the fuel. Plenty. Throttle. There you. Thanks for giving me some space. I will just roll. Oh wait. Problem we're having is the wind, and my rudder is not effective enough here. That's fine. So don't worry, I'm taxing like this. I need to use rudder and the brake. I'll actually just use the differential power. So I'm only adding left throttle. And I'm pumping the brake every now and then, so that's why you see the aircraft going up and down. Okay, it's not where we need to go. We need to go via Delta. No, actually we need to go here. Why did I mess up? Let's go there. Where is it? There we go. Via Charlie. I think something's not quite right here. Let's have a look. Oh, we need to go a bit via Charlie and then Delta. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Okay. Let's go there. Right to go. Continue. Yeah. Look at this. My taxi is a little awkward. Okay, transponder alt. Strobes on, landing lights on, taxi lights off, fuel pumps are on, flaps 1, 2, we are good to go. Okay, let's line up via Delta. And just roll straight away. Don't know if it's any of us, so I'll just go here under the wing. I hope it works. Nothing happened. Okay, I need full left rudder. I will put half right aileron. You can actually see it in the top right corner. And rotation, positive climb, gear up. I'll just continue runway heading. Okay, I think we have 200 feet. Reduce the power, so 35, 25. Flaps up. Landing lights off and fuel pumps off. Okay, that's great. Let's climb to 2000 and I'll turn left already. Oh boy, I saw it, don't worry. Okay, prop forward, mixture forward. Something is off here. I need full left rudder to correct the heading. So that's where I was going. Let me just put this heading back. I need to climb a bit. Right like that, right engine that. So right throttle, I'll just show. Moving back, nothing is changing as far as the rudder goes. So confirmed, I'll just move it to 20. Right prop, confirmed, prop all the way down and feather. Right mixture. I'm checking if it is the correct one. Okay, now let's reduce the power a bit. So we'll go just 35, 25. And it's climbing single engine. That's fantastic. That is covered. Trim back a little bit. Okay, right fuel tank off. Right magnetos off, left fuel pump on, right alternator on, and the engine is secured. Fantastic. And you can see I need a lot of left rudder input. I will not use the trim because the sim does a weird thing when that happens. This is going all too well. Yeah, and anyone can do that all times and you're not doing this, and I forget this is the case. I actually saw in chat when this happened, but don't worry. Still need to do the thinking. Okay. No problem whatsoever. So now we can just turn inbound this point that we have algorithm to us. And now what? Now we actually cannot do the procedure turn here, or can we? Let's go over the localizer and do the procedure turn. So I'll go back over the localizer, fly outbound, and we'll do the procedure turn here at 10 miles, 10.5. I think this will be cool. Thanks for tailing the engine, I really like it. think, yeah, that's a good power setting. So the engine will not die on us at this power setting. I will also need to keep my rudder in a proper. So we need the ball to be over under this line, and we need our bank to be somewhere 2-3 degrees. Also, we need the plane not turning, and we need to get to 2000 feet. Let's do that. That looks pretty much okay. Rich chicken are still there. Now that the AME is working, I have no clue why it wasn't working before. And let's do the back course. Or no, it's actually set the correct way. So normally when you're flying back course, it will have the opposite indications, like now. Now it switched for some reason. I don't fully understand what's going on here. That was a bit weird. Okay, I think I know. The thing is that they're using the same antenna on the same frequency for approach on both directions, but I believe whenever they physically switch them, they like switch left with right, so it's not how it really happens, but here there is no one to control it, so that's why it just flipped. At least I think that is the case. Do I have too much rudder here? Okay, I need some bank and I need some rudder. I think that's about right. And now that the AME is dead, that's fascinating. So we'll just use this one on the Garmin. That says 2.2 at the moment. That's off by 0.2, I believe, so that's okay. Localizer is alive, so let me try to capture it. I will also put my heading back somewhere here. And remember that I needed like 5-10 degree correction for the wind. Okay, so we fly until 10 miles, and then we'll do the procedure turn to the right. I think we'll do the vanilla procedure turn, so we'll turn 45 degrees to the right. I'll try to show on the chart. So we'll turn 45 degrees to the right, fly 1 minute, do 180, and then fly inbound. That's the plan. Let me try to actually keep on heading, stay on heading here. Also 10 minutes we turned off the photogrammetry because the FPS were not great. Now we need actual this wind correction. Is actually something about the 10 degree that we calculated, but we have a 60-90. Yeah, of course. It arrived from the future. It took -4 years for the delivery and it's here. So yeah, we can now enjoy it. Cool. Discord, there you go guys. If you have any questions you can let me know. Or if you want to post your screenshots, that's the way. Surely. Let's do a screenshot here. Oh. That's how the engines not turn. That's a nice one. Okay, that was cool, but I need to go back here. Where are we? 9 miles. So I can just do this and see that our temperature is -3/3. That's somewhere here. We are doing 125, so I just put this over 125. And our heading is 070. -10 or +10? +10, I believe. No, -10. Huh. Need to consult the chart. Hang on. So magnetic should be higher. Okay, so -10. So 0.050. So this gives us, oh boy, 14 degrees to the right. That's it, 14 degrees to the right, and we are doing a bit 118 over the ground. Double check the 262. No, 262 is the runway heading, and our final approach course is 265. Okay, so I did put 262 here, which is the runway heading, and we have 265 over here. Perfect. Okay, 13 miles, so let's do that. I will just fly 45 degrees to the right. So I'm looking for this end of the arrow to be here on this marker. I hope you can see everything. If anything is off, please let me know. I think it's okay now. I'm even keeping this altitude. It's way easier for me to fly when I can see the horizon. And we need to start the clock. There goes the clock. Clock is ticking. And we need 1 minute on the clock, and then we turn 180 to the left and then intercept the localizer. That's your standard procedure turn. And what I was saying before, because I can see the horizon at all times, even when I'm looking to the side, it's much easier for me to fly. If I couldn't see it, then you would see me wobbling around all the time, because I don't feel where I am. Now when I can see the horizon, I really feel where I am, even when I look to the side. "15 seconds to go." Should probably give some correction to the wind, but I'm not sure how to do that precisely. So just remember, we'll be a bit further than we are supposed to be because wind is pushing us. Well, wind is from the back. Okay, 110. Let's do the 180 to the left. I'll try to make the standard turn, so that's 1 minute per 180 degree or 2 minutes per full circle. That's what it says here. So when your wing is over here, that means 2 minutes for full circle or 1 minute for 180 degree. I see, how are you doing? We're good to find you. Oh, there you are. Cool, cool. So, okay, didn't overshoot it yet. I see he's flying there. So I'm practicing here to get familiar with the area, and then hopefully when no motivator is flying, we'll be able to fly on VATSIM with him. Even with the engine failures now, because I'm confident with this mod that I can fly the aircraft no problem and do any procedure. Traffic alert, I have control. That's you, I see. Nice, I like it. I actually wish there was an option to not make it pop up the things. Okay, don't need the clock anymore, so I'll stop it, reset it, and hide it. Let's make sure we have our heading back where it's supposed to be. Distance 16 miles, that's great. I see that we are slowly getting in. Localizer is alive, so we need... Okay, we are a bit far, so we do not need such a steep turn for the intercept. Good idea is to keep end of the yellow bar just under the orange course indicator for a smooth intercept. And remember, we'll need like 10-degree wind correction, maybe even 12 or... That's probably our wind correction for now. Then let's look at our profile. At 10.5 we can descend to 1500. That's over here. At 10.5 we can descend to 1500. Okay, we are on localizer. Let me ease off this wind correction. I think this will be about right. 4 miles and we'll be able to descend. So landing lights on, fuel pumps. Oh, fuel pump was on because we secured the engine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, 3 miles to go. We'll get the gear once we descend to 1500. Localizer escaped there a bit. Ice is doing some fancy flying around us. That's pretty cool. There you are. Oh boy, I think you have a hard time keeping up with us. Hey, it's not supposed to fly like that. I'm sure you know. That's really cool. Okay, 1 mile to go. What's up with the wind? Let's do the winds check. Two-niner 2 at 20. I got a flat spin. Boy. Eject. Don't hit the canopy. You know the drill. I know what the problem was. I was keeping the wrong bank and having the ball on the wrong side. I think this happened because for some reason usually our left engine failed. So I didn't realize it, but the whole fly, whoops, recovered at 500 feet. Yeah, not bad. So I was flying this approach having the ball on the right and bank to the right, but it was supposed to be the other way around. Okay, 9.9, we can descend, so let's do that. Prop forward, mixture forward, power idle, disregard the gear warning, or the two of them. Speed check, gear down, flaps 1, add the power back in, need to go to 1500, keep our altitude, and grab the wrong throttle lever. Okay, it's cool. $1,500. Now let's check. At 3.8 we can descend to 1220. So 3.8 down to 1220. That's 5 miles to go. Okay. And we're losing altitude. That's bad. Let's get back up. So note to myself, I need to bank into the left engine, which is where I'm pressing the rudder. So I'm pressing the left leg, that's where I need to bank, that's where my ball needs to be. Now we want to climb with the flaps and gear down, so I'll raise the flaps. I'll raise the gear. Sorry. Now we can climb. It's pretty cool. That's actually... yeah, it's actually really nice. We're still way above the blue line. Let's see, we still have 2 miles to go. Okay, 1,500. We can ease off now. I'm going to have to put the aircraft on the ground. No problem, you can do that. You can overtake me. Oh, I see. So the wind is basically here, so it's not such a strong crosswind. And this chimney here is brutal. Okay, 0.7 mile to go. Okay, 3.9, we can go down to 1220, reducing the power. Gear down, flaps 1. JFC85, thank you for following. Very nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. We're flying on one engine. One engine is dead. We're flying in Toronto. I want to get familiar with the area. And yeah, that's how it's going. I see Dragons is here doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Okay, 1220, and now we can go to 2.8. So we're at 2.8, so we can descend to 720. We can see the runway. Anyway, that's fine. We got right of the localizer. Let me try to correct that. And final check. 3 green, prop forward, mixture forward. Okay, 200 to go. I wonder what the puppy is trying to tell us. 100 to go. Minimum. Runway side, continue. This is offset landing. It's actually, I think it's never mentioned on the approach chart which way is the offset. You can figure this out by looking at the final approach course and the runway heading. So what do we do now? I think we'll just touch down, or touch down and do single engine go arounds. Whoa, Toronto looks bad in non-photogrammetry. Yeah, I had turned it off because my FPS were not great. Maybe I would need to tweak the settings to get the photogrammetry to work. Okay, at this point we need to do full stop landing. Smoother than I expected. Will not manage to vacate here. So let's vacate at the end and we'll need to restart the engine. I see, we'll go back to the other Toronto International. So I'll just pull up the charts and we'll do that. Okay. What do we need to do now? Let's stop and tidy up the aircraft. Runway is vacated, power is idle. I'm just rolling with the momentum that we have. I will stop here, just easily go through everything. Taxi light on, landing lights off, strobe goes into beacon. Fuel pumps off, and we need to fix the engine. So there's one thing we can do. Just go and fix it. So I click here, it fixed -7.9 for me. Not bad. Well, right fuel tank on, right magnets on, right fuel pump on, mixture in, prop in, throttle 1 inch in, hit the starter. I'm just stepping on the brakes, no parking brake at this point. This running, right alternator on, right fuel pump off, throttle to idle, and we're good. Okay, that's nice. So I was telling about the offset, so you can see that it's 265 final approach course, and from the chart you can read that 262 is the runway heading. So this is less, which means it's to the left. So it will mean the runway will be more or less to your left side, or at least angled to the left if you did everything right. But this is subject to change depending on your wind correction and everything else. Okay, what we'll do, we'll just take off and go back again to approach for Toronto Pearson International. To give you some perspective, we took off from here today, did 2 approaches, then went for the other Toronto, the 2 approaches there. So now we'll just take off and go back to the International. And we'll land, yeah, to the left I think is fine. Let's see what Volanta is showing here, 207, 208, and the 2 landings just now. I think that's the first one, 115, and the one now, 136. Okay, numbers are different because the mine come from the bot inside the sim. They're supposed to be more accurate, but I didn't review what the bot is actually measuring, so this may or may not be correct. Let's roll. I see if you want to fly along, you are very welcome. I'll just roll. I think that was the wind pushing me. What is going on here? Yeah, it's just the wind pushing. We also have a crazy crosswind. This will be a weird taxi, but we'll get there. Just get some speed, this shall make it a bit easier. No! Okay, almost there. Oh, I forgot the flaps up, so flaps up. Now we have 8 and 3 chicken. Cool. Okay, we need to go here right on Charlie. I think we can take off from here. Let's do that. Flaps 1. Taxi light off, landing lights off, strobes on, fuel pumps on. Very good to go. Coal flaps open, prop sync. What happened here? Someone was looking. Let's try again. I think we behave just like a sailboat now. Okay, we'll go into Delta. Or maybe we'll not. Okay, I wonder why we're drifting all over the place. Canada definitely likes me drifting.
FBI, open up!
Don't worry, it's all fine. Thank you for the blur if I see here like it. Not on my watch. Oh, I didn't know Nightbot can do that. I will figure out what's with the Nightbot later. I didn't know to say that. Huh. Surely. Strange. You know what? Let me. Holy smokes, that scared me. The FBI or the Nightbot? I'll just go to Nightbot and try to figure this out. I had the Nightbot for one thing, but I didn't know it will do this. 1 sec. Lol, at 10. Where's my keyboard? Okay, this should be fixed. So, it should not complain again.
Emotional damage!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nice. We'll survive. It's like FBI, but I live in the UK. It's just 10 minutes. Well, they came a long way for you, my friends. I still wonder about the shoutouts. Bear with me, I know we are standing on the runway. Why are the shoutouts not working? I'll change the command so that I'll see what's going on. I will trigger it for hour 10, and now stream elements is saying a/shoutout 10 minutes. I'll just remove the A and space. Shout out. So this is correct. And then I remove that and it doesn't work for some reason. Well. I'll need to... Oh, what do I shout out to JFC85? That's great. I wanted to do the next. It's for Twitch on shoutout, but that's exactly what I want to do. I have to do that, but for some reason I did it. Not sure how, but I did it. That's perfect then. You're just mind reading, because that's what I wanted to do next. I was watching JFC85 yesterday, I believe, and it was pretty cool. Also a winter setting. Just double check. Oh. Yeah, we were watching the US State Tour yesterday of JFC, and it was super nice. So shout out to you. Promote, I know, 1 mil comments, and now I expect a raise. No problem. I'll give you 100% raise. I see, did the thing. Slashed my emotes. Alright, let's roll. We need a lot of left rudder. If I ever accidentally ban anyone or do something, please just let me know and we'll figure it out. Sometimes I have fear I will hit the button by mistake. Okay, we have the lift off. We need to look at the wind correction we need. Above the blue line, let's climb away. Positive climb, gear up. It's not even full power. Ooh. 200 feet. Climb power 35, 26, 300 feet. Flaps up. Landing lights off. Fuel pumps off. Let's go to 3000. Random ban hammer. Who will be our lucky winner? Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't done this yet. It's just one misclick and you're done. So, if it ever happens, just please let me know. We have a dark side emote now.
And his name is
I know
John
that.
C.
Thank you, guys. That's what the banhammer will look like. I only hope to do it on the bots that are misbehaving. Mod love. Oh, not nice emote. No, squished cats. Not happy. Okay, let's engage the autopilot. We need to turn it off and on again. Let's go to heading. Alt, we smashed it already. So VS, let's correct. A bit down. Oh, it will be 1 minute descent. Cruise power, so I think 27, 23. Close the cowl flaps and prop sync. I need to remember to restore it once we're on final approach. Cool. Let's review what we're doing. Okay, so that's looking nice. Let's see, that's 3000 at Tetra and Lisdu. So let's go to something like 13 miles at 3000 and we'll continue from there. Nice. So that's for our next leg. We're actually going back from where we took off today, which is Toronto International. Bryson in the raid! Welcome everyone, very nice to see you. We were flying over Toronto, practicing IFR in prop twin, and also practicing engine failures. I'm trying to keep up with everything. It's getting better and better. We got the aircraft mod from Canon Captain Mustache, so it's actually flying single engine. It's looking pretty good. I also, Dryson, you probably don't know it. Well, one sec, I'll just hit the alt. I have, lo and behold, I hope you can read, the one only flight computer. It's purely mechanical device, consisted of metal and plastic and marker dot, and we used this to calculate our range correction today. So basically what's happening here, we draw a big triangle to calculate our wind correction and wind speed. Let me show you, because I actually did the thing. There we go. So we know our aircraft true airspeed, we know and direction, heading, we know the wind heading and wind speed, and we need to figure out our wind correction angle so that we can fly the heading to fly. For our track. So that's basically track, and that's heading, which is also called track made good. So that's track degrees. That's heading degrees. And the violet one is the ground speed. And the gray one is the TAS. And the blue one is the wind. Cool, right? So that's what I did. And back. Welcome, Marok. Very nice to see you. Let's see where we are. Okay, not bad at all. So we'll just turn to be on the outbound. And I'll just turn this in, select approach. Now we need to go to clear, turn the big knob. So we're going to Charlie Yankee Zulu, I think. Charlie Yankee Zulu. There we go. Activate ILS 2 for left is where we are going. Vectors. Activate. Yes. Oh. Just sim loading up. It's coming soon, don't worry. Hit the FPL, and we should have some situational runners here now. Okay. It's looking not bad at all. Let's have a look. I'll just do one thing and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to restart the audio thing so you don't have any crackles. Oh, but the sim is dead. Anyway. So the way to do that, it's very simple. First you put the wind through heading here under true index. It's actually hard to make it when I'm pointing at you. Then there's a little dot here in the middle that you do not see. You just put it on any thick line and you mark your wind speed. So we had 30 knots, so we marked just 3 thick lines up. Yeah, so we just marked 3 thick lines up on 300. And then what you do, you put the dot over your ground speed. So our ground speed was, let's say, 150. And next what you do, shout at the Dryson, yeah, thank you for help. Then what you do is you put your true heading. I repeat, true heading, not magnetic heading. So when we have now 055, we need to look for our magnetic variation, which is 10 to the west. And basically now we need to subtract it. So 055 minus 10, that puts us at 045. So basically now what we're seeing here, our aircraft is here. This in the middle is our track, L. So our aircraft is here in the bottom. this is our aircraft velocity, like this vector here, and from here to center is the wind velocity, and this puts us on our ground speed, so we can read out it's like 142, and we can read out from here that we need 12 degree to the left wind correction, and that's it. Very simple, very plain and simple, and you can very easily calculate it. It also has the other side, which is basically a logarithmic scale that you can do multiplication and division here. We'll do it at some other point. Okay, let's get back to flying. Hey guys, I'm glad you like it. Most people are scared, and I absolutely love this computer. One thing we didn't put in yet for our approach is our final approach course, which is 237, 237. So we do put 237 here. Wow. That's how we get the wow. Okay, 237 is here. I think we... Oh, I know what's the problem. We still need the frequency. So dial is 119.95. We just need to put it here. Oh, so we're actually in localizer. Fantastic. Sweet lord, that was startled me. That was a good wow. How could it? And 10 minutes with the emotes with the sunglasses. Fantastic. Jump wow. Yes, I can play something myself. What was that? It just picks a random one for me whenever I do the test. Okay, let's see. It looks like we need to go to the right to be on our final approach course. Let's just see here on Navigraph because... Oh, that's what the sound is. Actually, I have all my call sounds disabled on all devices, so whenever someone tries that, I'm just surprised what's going on because it shouldn't be on. Okay, so it's actually on our right. That's good. That Discord called made me jam. Poor Dryson, poor Aramarok. 10 trolling everyone. Good job 10. That's what we need. I think the music died down a bit. I'll make it a bit louder. Yeah, it was 10 calling all of you. 10 dragons. Okay, let's have some more aggressive intercept angle. Remember that we have wind correction like 10 degrees. So I'll just go... Oh, it's actually moving, so we'll set to 70. Let's go into approach mode actually. So it should intercept this now. And does it say anything here? Oh, it actually didn't arm the approach. No! So we need to go into the nav mode. Fantastic. My whole Twitch crashed, so I don't know the true reaction. Oh no. You can always watch the VOD. That's fine, that's fine.
2 hours later.
Yeah, that's exactly me when I'm flying. JFC, thank you for the blur. I love it. You're all getting creative here. That's fantastic. And we are 3 hours, 10 minutes into the stream, and I'm not even that tired as usual. It's been very chill with you all here. I even didn't leave you on apps for too long, or didn't tune myself for too long. Amazing, but we're not out of the woods yet, so anything can happen. I'll just correct our altitude here, so you know there's no pre-selector here, we just need to hit the alt at the right time. how this is going slow. Out now, and let's have a look. We are 14 miles out, and we need to be... what? 10.9. We can actually stay at 3000, and somewhere around 7, I think, we'll intercept our final approach. Oh, that was the Minecraft piggy. Cool. Hopefully Göteborg scenario will not make me lag. Haha. Remember, you can actually... oh, you can turn off the photogrammetry if you ever need to. I did that today. It actually helped. So what are we looking at? Let's just check if I didn't forget anything. No, I actually did. Yeah, I'll try one not with HC. Oh boy. So on the other side here, you can also use this window to calculate the true airspeed. So whatever we calculated on our airspeed indicator, you can also do that here. That's pretty cool. And you can basically do like time and distance calculation, units conversions, all sort of things. So for example, one thing that you can do, I'll try to show you. Let me think about it. Added a land bank to my stream. Oh boy. Now I see where I am. Cool. So for example, you can put your true airspeed here over this big arrow. This big arrow is actually 60, and then here over 1 you can read that in 1 minute you will do 2.5 miles. I think, unless I made it wrong. Yeah, that should be the case. Let me try to check it. So if you put 120 over the big arrow, which is 60, then over 10 we can read 2 miles in a minute. So yeah, that's matching up. For example, you can do this sort of calculation, but much more. Cool view. Let's do a screenshot. That's the cool view I was talking about. Boom! Thank you. I think you're knocking yourself out. I can try to show you my favorite one. Except we are already over the glide slope, so let's dive. Let's see if the approach will catch up now. No. Okay, so we need to dive and drive. Okay. I'll reduce the airspeed, prop forward, mixture forward, call flaps open, prop sync off. Okay, throttle idle, disregard the gear warning. Almost there. Just slow down. Speed check, gear down, flaps 1. It was still a bit fast, but I didn't want to bother you with the warning. That bank was loud. Yeah, it was okay for me. Put back the power. Flaps 2. Traffic. Is that an FU? It's great. Okay, I think we're doing okay. Is that the sound for when someone's food is ready? Yeah, exactly. Right, starting my 4 engines on the BAE. Ooh, we're flying that beast again. Nice. See, the runway is there, but I'll try to look inside. So I'll go flaps full, so we can slow down a bit. Trim up. Landing light on. Taxi fuel pumps on. Okay, I think that's all covered. Equalizer is getting away. Final check. 3 green, prop forward, mixture forward. Okay. Tomorrow with luck I'll receive my BAE throttle for Honeycomb Bravo. Whoa, that's nice. I actually like those tiny stock handles for the Bravo. They are okay. I wasn't very happy initially. Sheesh. Thank you. It's the taxi again. I see. Here, fantastic. Sheesh. Okay, we are actually on the localizer, almost. We need some more wind correction. And minima were 750. So we have, well, 400 to go. $300 to go. I think that's now 200 to go. Wow, it's pretty nice as far as the localizer goes. 100 to go. And lo and behold, we're getting low here. On the minima, runway side, continue. And stop laughing, about what? Okay, I'll try to put in the wind corrections. So left rudder, right aileron. You can actually see this in the top right. Oh boy, gonna smash it? No. It's not great, but okay. So that's actually how you touch down in the JE plane. You actually touch down with one wheel first and then try to settle it down. Cool. It wasn't bad at all. Okay, flaps up. Fuel pump is off. Keep that big body moving. Bonk. Why it's not moving? Sometimes my brakes lock for no reason whatsoever. I'm not sure why this happens. I think maybe, let me try. Maybe if I have brakes in and I move the mouse, and when I'm moving the mouse I release the brakes, I think now the brakes will stay in. Ah, that's how it works. So now I need to press them again to release them. Okay, I've been having this problem a lot. I couldn't understand why this is happening. So now we know why this is. It's because the joystick inputs do not work when you're moving the view around, or... Yeah, that's how it works. Okay. Makes sense. Runway vacated. Great. Landing lights off, taxi lights on. I think this is it. We sometimes do transponder standby, but here we do not need to do that. Okay. We'll turn to the taxiway. Oh, actually, oh, we are crossing the other runway. That's what it is. And we'll go Charlie to the left. We taxied here in the morning, so I know what's going on. That's why I don't need to look at the taxi chart. And whenever no one's controlling, I think we can go and fly with him. What's up with the taxiways? Okay, I got lost now. Let's just go here and figure out later. That is a Charlie. And you can't fly engine failures with this mod because it actually behaves. It's fantastic. So now I know what to do. When the planes are not behaving, just talk to Canadian Captain Mustache and he'll get it done, and then they'll behave. Let's see, there's Delta here to... No, we are on Delta and there's Foxtrot here. Okay, I feel a bit lost, so let's have a quick look. There's... Oh, we're supposed to go here. Oh, I see, we vacated here, so we'll already passed where I wanted to be. Okay, so we'll just go here via Foxtrot, Tango, Echo, and to Echo Alpha to the General Aviation Apron. Cool. It's even labeled General Aviation Area. It's splendid. They hardly ever do that. What did I say we were doing? Okay, back to left, right to Foxtrot. Okay, we continue straight ahead, then we go Tango via the DI spot. Taxi is a little weird here, don't worry about that. So Tango should be the next right, so will get us through the DI spot. Central de-icing facility is what it's called on the chart. Okay. And then left to Echo, not Tango. So we are on Tango and left to Echo. No, I think that's a bit too much. Oh, we're supposed to turn after that sign. I think I'm getting tired already. Yeah, so basically that's our general vision area. It should say Echo Alpha there. It does, perfect. Taxiway, takeoff, let's go. Oh no, that's a big no-no. We don't do that here. We'll just park in front of one of those hangars and shut down. Okay, I think that's fine enough. Let's shut down here. That's a nice view. Parking brake is set. I'll close the cowl flaps. Taxi light off. And now I need to think a moment what I'm doing. Actually didn't put this into the beacon, so let's do that. Okay. Autopilot off. Radio transponder off. Radio master off. Alternators off. Kill the engines. Magnetos off. Beacon off. Nav light off. Well, I need those fuel selectors as well. Fuel selectors off. And battery master off. That's it, we survived. Plane is behaving. I'm very happy that the Seneca is fixed. And we're here. We arrived. Phew. That was cool flying. Let's get some nice view. I think this is cool. Okay. I'll take a moment, get the guitars up. Pipe is incoming. Thank you, IC. Thank you for the blurbs and flying along. I really have fun when you're doing it. You can see it keeps me awake. Let me think. Okay, I'll mute myself, unlock the wheels on my chair, set up the guitars, and we'll get going. I love it, I see. Guitar time! Yes, guitar time. I didn't put in the effects today. I thought I didn't like them last time. Now I think I like them. I'm confused. And Ryzen, I love this emote. It's so nice. Dance. That's something I'll need to order for the emote. Okay. Okay,
Money
most...
don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. Make me wanna dribble dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
You're really killing it. I mean, it only took 10 streams, but I love it now. It's fantastic. I kill the music. I'll kill the misfits. I think you don't need the wishes, but I'll get the burst for you. I also have the cicadas now, I think. No, that's just the sleeping mode. I like the birds better. And, you know. Thanks for all the blurs. Blur police is here, so be careful. No, I love it. Okay, I need to set up the drums and we'll be going. You should be hearing the chirps. You should get the guitars now. Oh, they are not going yet. That scared me. I think that's okay. I'll try to play whatever I played in the beginning, although I don't really remember it. I think I remember the chorus too. We'll try to do that. You should hear the drums now, you should hear the birds, and you should hear me talking. I think everything's going well. Banger, let's go. Awesome. I got this recently. It's a footrest for playing, and it's such a lifesaver. Guitar.
I'm in danger.
No, RJ, you're in good hands. Yeah, this is the Ivan's guitar. Let's go. I remember I turned the volume down for the guitar, so let me get it back up. That's looped in, I can move to the bass. I think that's the one I played in the beginning. And here comes the bass. Don't worry, I'll not drop it. Let's go. I'm gonna have to pop off now, but I'll catch you in 10 minutes stream. That's fine. I think I won't make it tomorrow, so we'll fly along, but I'll make it another time. See you next time, I see. Thank you for coming in. Very nice to see you. Bye bye. I don't hit this thought through, so sometimes I'm hitting the wrong notes, but I think it's okay. I think that's it. On my way to Gothenburg. Fantastic. With the BAE, aren't you? I think that's the case. the loop is a bit trippy, but I think it turned out well. I really like this view. I'll make a screenshot here. Okay, it's been a long one, 3.5 hours in. Nice, nice, nice. We will race someone. I think this guitar is super loud for you. If anything's wrong, please shout. The BA flows so well. Nice. I have the BA. I have never flown it yet. Very nice. That's great. Fly. Cool. I need to try it out at some point. It's a cool aircraft. I actually flew it in real life once or twice with the Swiss. They had this weird setup where they had 3+2 seats. It's pretty much Avro and BA, it's pretty much the same thing, isn't it? I don't know what's the difference there. Let me see who's up and who you can ride. It's been cool flights, thank you for sticking around. I did the training. We checked that we can fly single engines. Avionics is different, okay. So we can fly single engine, we can fail the engine, and I have no problem handling it whatsoever. So I think I feel confident now to go on VATSIM and fail the engine while we're in flight. The only problem would be if you kill the engine while we are doing takeoff run and I need to stop on the runway. So that's one thing I'll need to account for. Other than that, I think I'm comfortable going on VATSIM with this and letting you fail the engine at some point. That's pretty cool. Feels really solid now. They're more modern in the Avro. I mean, a bit more modern. Okay, so now I'm really curious to see what's the actual difference. Let me see who's up, unless you have any recommendations. I know Dryson is very good at doing this, but I'll just check myself. Megabyte might be up. Let me see if he's up. He's up. Let's rate him. I never did. He's one of the player-based community people. Really cool guy. Makes a lot of screenshots and usually plays X-Plane. So I'll show you. His X-Plane looks absolutely fantastic. So I think this will be nice. Let's do that. Good choice, yes. Let me do one more shoutout before we go to someone who are not trading. I still need to improve my shoutout game. I think Dryson is absolutely fantastic at that, so let's give you one. I think we haven't given you one today. There you go. A very good streamer. I love chilling in your streams and playing alone whenever I can. Just because you're doing the super streaming, I usually can only play starting with the second leg. But that's fine, no worries about that, I understand. Gotcha, Dryson. I really enjoy stopping in the streams. Okay, that's it. Let's rate Megabyte. Just setting up my things. I'll make sure I can hear him. Let's go. Thank you for stepping in today. Thank you for knocking yourselves out with the blurbs. It was super fun and really nice flight. I feel much more confident with the Seneca now. I actually wanted to ditch it, but CCM did rescue it, so thank you for that. Next stream will be on... what day is it today? It's Tuesday. Next stream will be on Thursday, 18 Zulu, as usual. So I'll see you there. I think we'll continue the Poland trip. I will let you know in the Discord. I usually let you know in the Discord 1 or 2 hours before. I will try to do this much earlier, but I'll see about that. You can always join the Discord. If you have anything to ask me, you can ask there or post your screenshots. I'll be very happy. Other than that, let's rate Megabyte. So I'll see you all at Megabyte. Thank you for coming, it was super cool. Let's go. Bye bye bye. Thank you. See you next time.